Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a first impression video on the new L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Go. No, cut. Redo. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a first impression on the new L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Glow Foundation. I have been waiting so long to get my hands on this foundation, but it has taken me so long just because everywhere I go, it's sold out. I didn't want to buy it online just because I didn't know my shade for sure. But you guys will see in this video if I'm loving it or if it's just something that I'm just going to have to shove away in my makeup collection. So if you guys are interested in finding out how I applied this, if I loved it, if I hated it, what I would change about it, all that good stuff, then please continue watching. So before I get into the first impression, I'm kind of torn on what I want to do a first impression on. I'm leaning towards one product more than the other. I don't know if I want to do one on the new Soap & Glory One Heck of a Blot foundation or the L'Oreal True Match, no, not L'Oreal True Match, the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow foundation. So, I don't know. I think I'm going to go with the L'Oreal one just because I feel like this is like hot right now. So, yeah, I am going to be doing my first impression on the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow Foundation. So let me get up L'Oreal's website on this product and let me read to you guys the claims on this foundation. It says, discover the new pro finish of long wear, up to 24-hour wear of hydrating glow. Lightweight and creamy, this long-lasting foundation goes on smooth with a glow finish that lasts. With medium coverage, it instantly hides imperfections for a clear complexion. The hydrating foundation with an SPF is ideal for normal to dry skin. So, first, let me tell you guys a little bit about my skin. I am an oily monster. So I know that this foundation is going to look a little slick on me. However, with a couple of powders and things like that, I feel like I could get away with wearing this foundation. This does state that it is up to a 24-hour foundation. I don't know about you guys, but I don't wear my foundation for 24 hours. The most I think I've worn my foundation was up to like 12 hours. And even with wearing a foundation for 12 hours, it was very like, for me, just because I feel like it's just clogging my pores, like just going in and in and in on my skin. So I do not recommend wearing a foundation for 12 hours, but that's just me. If you want to, go right ahead, girl. So it does have an SPF of 15, which is awesome. So for those of you who would like to wear this out in the sun, you definitely can. However, I do think that an SPF of 15 is not all that much. So make sure you just moisturize with an SPF moisturizer and then apply this. So I am going to apply this with my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. But first, let's prime our face. So like my previous videos, I'm going to be listing all the products that I use in order just in case you guys miss any of them. But first, I'm going to prime my face with the NYX Pore Filler. I do have larger pores, so I do like to use a primer that is good for these large pores. So I am going to shake this before I apply it. I don't know if it says to shake it. Oh yeah, it does. It says, pro tip, shake well, dot onto skin in rolling motion for flawless coverage. Just like the Pro Matte foundation, it does give you the finish, wear up to coverage and texture. So the finish on this is a radiant finish. It says you can wear this up to 24 hours. The coverage is medium and the texture is air light. So let's see if that is true. So I'm going to first, oh, that is watery. I don't know if I put too much. Whew. I don't know, I don't know if this is going to match. I know that the shade selections on the Pro Glow are different from the Pro Matte. I believe in the Pro Matte foundation I am 107 Fresh Beige, whereas with this one I ended up picking up 208 Sun Beige just because that is my shade in the True Match foundation by L'Oreal, so I just went with that. So I'm going to dot this onto my face and hope for the best. I do currently have a breakout going on my chin, so that is going to be the true test right there. Like I said, I'm going to be applying this with a clean sponge. It covered up some of the redness around my nose right away, so that's a plus. It does feel good on the skin. Yeah, I don't think the color matches too well, but I think with like some bronzer, it'll go fine. Now that I am done applying my foundation, I'm going to apply some concealer. So first I am going to go in with my Maybelline Master Conceal by Face Studio Camouflaging Concealer. And I just like to squeeze a little bit of that on the back of my hand and put that directly under my eye. A little bit of that on the bridge of my nose, my Cupid's bow, and the center of my forehead. And then I'm going to go back in with that Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge and just blend everything out. Now I'm going to set my face with the NYX Blotting Powder in medium, and I'm just going to go directly under my eyes with this powder. The center of my forehead, bridge of my nose, my chin. Now I'm going to bronze up my face using the NYX Matte Bronzer. I'm just going to bronze my face today, not so much contour, just because I want to just warm up the face a little bit. So now that I'm done with like the foundation portion, I am now going to finish up the rest of my makeup and tell you guys my final thoughts on this foundation. Okay, so I am actually super like happy that I ended up buying this and doing this first impression on this video. So what I have done, it's been about 2.5 hours since I have applied this, and I will try and provide timestamps as to when these clips were recorded and things like that. So like I said, it's been 2.5 hours since applying this, and you guys, it does not look bad at all, like at all. The only thing that I have used to actually like set my face is that blotting powder. However, I honestly expected this to get very, very oily on me, but it has taken a while for me to actually get a little oil like around the perimeter of my face, because that's typically where I get oily. Also on my nose, it's not too bad on my nose. I don't know if you guys can tell that I'm even oily at all, because it is so minimal. I honestly thought that I was going to be an oily mess with this foundation, but you guys, I actually give this, I'd say like a 9 out of 10 or an 8 out of 10. And the reason why I say that is because of the shade. Now, although I'm very happy with the way this foundation is holding up and it's making my skin look, this shade does not match me perfectly. This shade, 208 Sun Beige, it kind of has like a pinky undertone to it, or a neutral undertone to it. I don't know what it is. Like sometimes it looks really pink, and then sometimes it just looks like in between warm and cool, if that makes sense. So I don't necessarily like the shade. However, hello helicopter or plane. Okay, we're just gonna wait for that to pass. Like I was saying, however, I do really like the foundation. I'm super surprised with this. It does say that it is a radiant finish. If I did not set this foundation, I know that this foundation would come completely off of my face. So maybe that's why it's holding up as well as it is for my skin type. But I actually really like this foundation. Like, I really like it. It's the complete opposite of the Pro Matte. If you guys have tried the Pro Matte and you love it and you're oily, I would say that you don't necessarily need to buy this. However, if you do like a glow every now and then and you like to look luminous, then go on and buy this. I noticed that now that I am experimenting a little bit more and finding out new products, I noticed that I'm starting to kind of get into more like different finishes of makeup, if that makes sense. Like I used to love just all matte eyeshadows. Now I'm like in love with like the shimmer or glitter or loose pigments and things like that. And I used to be like an all matte girl, like from the eyeshadow to the blush to the bronzer to, you know, my foundation. But now I am loving like the luminous, radiant looking products, which I don't mind. So I really do like this foundation. I feel like this would be stunning on people with dry or normal skin. However, like I said, those of you who are oily, I don't know if you would necessarily like this, but I like it. If you like to look luminous every now and then, go and buy this. I know at Ulta right now they're having a buy one get one half off. I don't know if I want to go to shade darker just because, you know, I don't know if like the in-between shades are good, so we will see. But yeah, this foundation, it applied beautifully. It's sitting on my face well. It still feels very light. It doesn't feel like it's like clogging my pores because it's so, I don't know, because of it being such a liquidy formula, I expect it to just kind of like clog my pores, but I don't have that feeling at all. It applied well with a cosmetic sponge. However, I am curious to know how it does apply with a brush. But then again, I don't feel like it would look all that great with a brush. You know, the product's sitting on top of it, the bronzer, the highlight, all that stuff, it's sitting on it well. It doesn't look slick or anything like that, so I'm very pleased with this. So overall, I would have to give this foundation about an 8 out of 10. Like I said, just because of the shade selection, it's a little off. But other than that, this is Allie approved. So if you guys enjoyed this video and would like to see more first impression videos, then please give this video a thumbs up. Also comment down below and tell me if you guys are loving this foundation as well. And do not forget to hit that subscribe button so you guys can become one of my friends. I love having new friends. That is all I have to say, so I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.